Yo, yo, what's happening, people? What's up, guys and girls? Hope you're having a sick ass Friday. It's sunny as shit, so right now I'm in a good mood. And this is probably timed like perfectly because I know some of you jackasses are gonna go out on the weekend and get smashed. All right. I might be one of those jackasses just to make you guys feel okay. But today what we're gonna talk about relates to hangovers. All right. So on the Meathead on the Mic podcast, we're gonna dive into hangovers and my personal hacks, my quick fixes when it comes to banging them out, just not feeling them anymore and not, fucking taking Advil or Tylenol or things of that sort. I'm talking about how to actually beat the hangover before it comes. All right. So if that's something you want to listen to, if that is something you think will help you either now on vacation or in the future, stick around. What's up, Tony? I see you, bruh. What's up? What's up? Let me know how your day's going. Yo, what's up, people? I see you. Giacomo, what's good? What's up, people? I see you. So let me know how your day's going right now. I'm gonna set up the podcast and we can chat for a little bit. I'm gonna sip my fucking pre-workout like at noon right now. Like, I'm not even joking. Um, you know, just because I just want to. I don't do coffee. And once this is all set up, you already know the rules. Once we dive into the podcast, we dive into the podcast, and then yeah, we take it from there. And you'll be able to listen to me for, I guess, the next 10 minutes, and then after that, we can have a little bit of a meaningful discourse at the end. Cool. Let me just fix this over here. Yeah, I don't want to out angle myself on TikTok, so we're gonna keep it that way. Yeah, and the YouTube quality is looking pretty decent. I hope it uploads this way. All right, okay, let's talk about it. Let's dive into it. Got the water in. We will be breaking into the podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yo, what's good, meatheads? Hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It's your host, IFB Pro. I fucked that up. Matt Wutale, coming at you with another topic. Today, we'll be talking about defeating your hangover. All right, but before we dive in, I want to let you know you're welcome to join the Meathead Monsters Club on Facebook. It's a community where you get to meet other meatheads online and, have that meaningful discourse as well as banter, all that shit. Don't forget to screenshot and share this podcast to your IG story to show support. Please do that. It'll actually help me a lot. If you have any questions you'd like to ask me or tune into the live recording to see exclusive behind the scenes footage, you can search for Matt Butale on Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. All right, also subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't already so you can actually see some extra meathead content. You feel me? All right, it's time to dive into your fucking inner meathead today. We're going to dive into the meat and potatoes. All right. Okay. So, um, it's funny. It's actually ironic because in the intro of this podcast, I always talk about, helping you get in the best shape for your vacation, but I don't actually really talk about what happens when you're on vacation. So, like today, I decided to bring to you, I guess, one of my cheat codes, one of my hacks on how to like never actually get hungover, or at least what I think is the reason why I don't ever get hungover. And yes, there are a few things, 4 or 5 things that we're going to be talking about that are like key that you should probably write down at the end of this podcast. And again, they help me not feel hangovers and feel less, say what, I don't know, afraid while I'm going out to drink or while I'm celebrating, while I'm on vacation or anything. They make me feel less nervous because I know that, if I implement these things, I should be good, without even having to worry about the hangover. Like it likely won't even hit me based off of what we're going to be talking about today. All right. So, um, yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to be giving you some actionable value on how to stay aligned in your vacation. Well, not necessarily with your nutrition, but like with everything that you could possibly do bad when it comes to alcohol. Of course, I'll be giving you some of my experiences. Maybe you might be able to relate. If you can, I don't know if I feel good for you, but I'm glad that you're alive right now because I did some pretty wild shit. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep it a stack with you guys and girls as always. All right. So with that said, let's picture you're on vacation right now, or even better, let's say you are on vacation. All right. So you're out there, you're having fun, whatever the fuck you're out there for. You're celebrating or you're just relaxing. Okay. So you get a couple of drinks in and like shit, you're on vacation. You know what I mean? You're gonna drink. You want to actually have some fun. You want to do things that you wouldn't do at home. And if that means drinking a little bit irresponsibly, cool, whatever. Suit yourself. I'm not your boss. I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. I'm not going to tell you what the fuck to do. But what I'm going to do is tell you what helped me in those positions, when I would like celebrate a lot and when I actually want to make sure that I don't get a hangover so that the next day isn't affected by the previous day's decisions, right? So when I say defeat the hangover, I'm not talking about like you're hungover and then you get better. I'm talking about literally like not getting a fucking hangover. Like these few tips that I will be giving you guys and girls at the end of this podcast legit fucking help me not get a hangover. And I believe that there's some science to back that up. All right. Um, and honestly, before we dive into it, I'm going to share some experiences where I thought I should have definitely gotten a hangover, but I didn't. And that's like sort of where it clicked to me. And I realized, okay, well, maybe what I'm doing here is actually a sick ass cheat code. And nobody in the world knows about it but me, but I'm going to share it. So there was a time, I'm not going to get too specific, and I'm not going to get specific with the place or the people that were there as well, where I got, super smashed. And um, I noticed it was actually 2 days in a row. I noticed that I got smashed 2 days in a row, and both consecutive days I woke up, I didn't feel shit. And when I say smashed, I mean like I'm not like gonna boast or anything, but like I can drink, and I can hold my liquor and stuff. So whenever I do drink irresponsibly, like intentionally, like let's go fucking buck wild, like I'm not saying this as an excuse, but I'm 23 and I like to party sometimes. It doesn't really like sometimes I'm always like, fuck, this is quite a bit, and it doesn't really make sense to me as to how I didn't get hungover. But then I forgot that I'm a bodybuilder that I do things to keep my body in line regardless, right? So that had like it had an effect, a positive effect on the potential hangover that I would have had the next day, right? So this is essentially how I did it, right? And I noticed that again just by looking at my patterns that the reason why I didn't get hungover was because of what I was already doing when it comes to the 4 tips, the 5 tips that I'll be bringing up to you guys in a little bit, right? So, and it was those 2 days that I realized, well, if I did that much, if I drank that much in that short period of time, like there's no way that I'm not hungover. Like there's something is some did I get is that like diluted alcohol? Like did something happen? But no, it just made me realize how effective these tips, these cheat codes actually fucking work. All right. So I'm gonna actually share with you these cheat codes. This is the time to pull out your pad and your pen. All right. If you drink on vacation, or even if you drink occasionally, or even say you're one of those people that like, and I feel sorry for you if this is you, that drink responsibly and still get hungover the next day. There's probably a few reasons why. Okay. And I know people are always talking about hydration, hydration, hydration. Yes, hydration, but drinking water alone isn't going to do it for you. It's not going to cut it, right? Because your body won't absorb, your body won't utilize the water. Like you will not actually be fully hydrated unless your electrolytes are in balance. Okay. That's pretty much 90% of the cheat code, electrolytes. Okay. So pull out your pad and your pad. We're going to be breaking it down. I'm going to be giving you some actionable value as promised for you if you are on vacation, if you are going to celebrate, if you have celebrated, and you just don't want to get a fucking hangover ever again. These are some things that you should do on a daily basis, regardless of if you actually want to drink in the day. All right. So the number one thing is, and this sort of sounds contradictory, but you're going to understand why in a little bit, staying hydrated before you drink. Okay, depending on your physical activity levels, depending on your size, depending on what you do, I would recommend between 3 to 5 liters per day. Again, that's case dependent on like your actual body, your habits, and things of that sort. But that's kind of not even the biggest, most important part. Like, yes, you do need the fluid, the water to be coming in, but it'll also come out just as fast, and you won't retain any water. You won't be able to absorb water um, into your organs efficiently or as efficiently is if you were to like do that with electrolytes. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So for every liter of water, this is something that I recommend, and this is time to pull out your pad and your pen. For every liter of water you drink, I recommend, and this sounds kind of fucking nasty, but trust me, you'll get used to it. I recommend taking half a tablespoon of salt of any kind. Of course, pink Himalayan salt is easier to stomach. Like that's what I found for myself. But any salt will do, especially if you're on vacation and you don't have access to pink Himalayan salt, unless you're in the fucking Himalayas, which I wouldn't even want to do that there. But anyway, so half a tablespoon of salt for every liter of water that you consume. Okay, and why are we doing this? Why and again, this is something that when I look back and I would question myself how I didn't get hungover. It's like these are the things I was already doing anyway to maximize my performance in the gym, and it was just like a lucky. it was just like a happy accident that it benefited me not getting hangovers as well. So why? What like what's the deal with salt? It's sodium actually. So sodium and potassium are the two, I would say, main electrolytes that we should be focusing on because most people don't actually have an adequate balance between sodium and potassium. Okay, so sodium, I know a lot of people get a lot of that by accident. Like it's salt. Like if you have fries, you got salt on that. If you got chips, if you got like it's so easy to get your sodium in, but potassium, not so easy. All right, so making sure that you have sodium in your system while you're drinking at least 3 to 5 liters of water a day is good. Like that'll help you a lot. But to say put the cherry on the sundae, what I'd recommend is also eating in the day, again, throughout the course of the day, where you're having a 3 to 5 liters of water. Throughout the course of the day, where you're having half a tablespoon of salt for every liter of water that you're consuming. I'd also recommend having at least 2 to 3 bananas, having potatoes in your diet, or avocado. Okay, so potatoes are carbs, avocados are fats, and bananas are carbs too. I'm not saying it's a carb or a fat thing. I'm saying it's a potassium thing. Okay, so foods that are, that are, we'll say, micronutrient dense in potassium, that have a lot of potassium. Okay, bananas are known to have quite a bit of potassium, and as well as potatoes. Potatoes would be the easiest to incorporate because you can literally throw that in any core meal. And again, if you're eating this throughout the day, or if you have got avocado toast, for those of you that are on vacation, if you're gonna fucking do that for the gram, then avocados, is rich in potassium. So now combining sodium and potassium has almost this like electric reaction, hence the term electrolyte. It's what I believe to make your heart beat, like that electric pulse, and also the electric pulse that sends signals through your nerves, right? Fueled by the reaction of sodium and potassium. All right, so electrolytes are really fucking important because if you're getting your water in and you're not replenishing your electrolytes and you sweat per se, you're just diminishing the amount or diluting the amount of electrolytes in your system, and that's gonna negatively impact your body's ability to actually stay hydrated and use the water to fuel your cells, to absorb into your organs and actually hydrate you. Otherwise, it just goes right through you. You piss it out, right? So it's really important that for every liter of water, have a half a tablespoon of salt per every liter, for the sodium aspect. And then throughout the day, eat 2 to 3 bananas or have potatoes or avocado in your diet frequently enough, maybe 2 to 3 times in the day, to get a fairly good amount of potassium in that day. And also, this is something for the morning after. So again, assuming that all of that worked, even if it didn't work 100%, like you still feel kind of like, lazy, or, like there's a cloud over your head, but you're not entirely hungover. What I recommend doing, and again, this is just me looking back at my old routine, the routine that I still have actually, of like just waking up and doing cardio and stuff. Like it just helps anyway, just to have these healthy habits, but it helps even more when you're hungover because when you do that cardio, okay, when you do that cardio the next morning, which is only 10 minutes, I recommend just doing 10 minutes, nothing more than 10 minutes of cardio, whether it's 10 minutes of walking. Again, less is fine. Anything where you can get a sweat off of 10 minutes if you have the energy after you wake up. You drink a liter of water, you do your 10 minutes of cardio, it's going to sweat out the alcohol, the residual alcohol that you've got left in your system if you drank a lot. So if you have extra alcohol in your system from the night before because you actually drank that much, first of all, learn how to drink more responsibly. Or if you're celebrating something, congratulations. All right. But the thing is this: sweating out the residual alcohol is going to give you that extra edge and make you feel a little bit better in conjunction with actually, making sure your electrolytes are balanced, okay, and that you're actually hydrated. It'll do a lot for you. All right. So those are the things that I noticed, that I was already doing anyway, because like I'm already health conscious, and I believe in living a lifestyle of health and fitness. Like that is my religion. My religion is health and fucking and fitness. You can call it meathead too. That's also my religion. I like to lift heavy shit, put it back down. But yeah, those were the few things that I noticed that, because I do like care about myself, and I do, um, I guess, practice the religion of health and fitness, that, even on the days that I drink, when I wake up the day after, I don't really feel the hangover, or I don't feel it at all, because of these things that I know are benefiting me just innately. Like they're keeping me hydrated, like these tips, and then having adequate like hydration also combats the hangover, because alcohol dehydrates you, as you already know that, right? So um I hope that these tips are actually of use to you. I want you to try them out and let me know how they actually work for you. And again, there's no other way to, in my books, at least for myself, this is all anecdotal, beat the hangover without it actually coming, without making sure that I'm like properly hydrated with electrolytes in my system. And of course, being well fed is another thing too, because if you're not well fed, like good game, RIP. You can drink whatever you want, but you're fucking you're gonna die. Like it's gonna hurt the next morning. All right. So again, I just want to remind you guys and girls, we get dehydrated by alcohol. Okay. Like we get dehydrated by alcohol. It's just what happens. It dehydrates us. And no matter how much water you drink, that water doesn't matter if you don't have an adequate amount of electrolytes in your system. Okay. So doing what I just mentioned to you is going to actually help you reduce the risk of getting the hangover. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Again, some of my clients have tried it too and it hasn't worked. So let me know for yourself. Try it out. It is Friday. All right. Now it's time to take action. If you like this episode, share it with a friend. I hope I was able to deliver a valuable experience to you today. Thank you so much for your precious time and attention. Also, if you want to lose 25 pounds and become a part of the Natural Nomad Academy and join the Meathead Locker Room community, which is a private community for my clients only, feel free to DM me and I'll see if you'll be a good fit. P.S. I will not be monetizing this podcast because I respect your time. I simply just want you guys and girls to get the value that I'm delivering. All right. Don't forget to screenshot and share this podcast to your IG story to show support. It'll actually go a really fucking long way for me. All right. Let's embrace your inner meathead together. It's been nice chatting. Hope you like what today's topic was about. IFBB Pro Matt Butale signing out. Boom. That's it. We rolling. Podcast is recorded. I'm going to scroll up because I know some of you guys on Instagram are ripping it. And I want to hear what y'all had to say. Let's see. Gabriel says bear water. John, what's good? Josh, what's up? 2 days, heavy hitter. Yes, definitely, Mel. Let's see. Gabriel says Super Smash, no Smash Bros. Bailey, you're a fucking nerd for that. Gabriel, don't kill me. Yeah, that's no. Yeah, it's just no fun when you're fucking dying on alcohol. Trey, what's good? Lud, what's happening? Gino says it's not too bad to drink. A little salt never hurt nobody. I don't know why, but that is sus. The way you type that, bro, that is fucking sus. I'm laughing. You're killing me, dog. Way like everyone else seems doable. Yeah, I don't know. For myself, look, you guys do half a tablespoon. Myself, and I'm just keeping it a stack. I personally do 3 grams. So if you're talking about half a tablespoon, like that's literally like, I guess from my position, nothing. Like what you'll get used to it is what I'm saying. Because me getting used to 3 grams was a lot easier once I already got used to like a half gram or half a tablespoon, right? So half a tablespoon is okay. This is the trick. You don't actually put it in your water, and a lot of people do this shit. I personally don't put it in my water because then it tastes like you're fucking drinking like tears or like piss or some shit, right? What I usually do is like I'll actually have it on the spoon or I'd have it in like a little pre-workout because I measure it in like the pre-workout scoops, and I would fucking tilt my head back, pour it to the back of my throat, like skip my tongue completely. Because if it touches your tongue, good game. Like you might puke. It's fucking disgusting, right? But you pour it to the back of your throat, and once it hits the back of your throat, you keep your head there, and you have your 1 liter jug, and you just chug. You just chug. Don't even taste that shit. Just fucking, you know what I mean? Take it like an Advil. That's what I do with my salt. Because to be honest with you, there's no way I'm gonna actually taste that shit. Because there were times in my prep where I was doing 12 grams of salt a day, like 12 grams. That's fucking nasty. Like that's like a handful of salt, bro. Oh man, but just to put it into perspective for you guys and girls there. What's up? What's up? She says, when you do that cardio, you regret playing with your life. Not so much, because if you're always doing the cardio, again, it's 10 minutes, right? Normally for me, I would do like when I wake up, like 30 minutes of cardio. So if I'm on a vacation and like I might do 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 15 minutes. Like I just won't be crazy about it because the whole point of being on vacation is to be on vacation, right? It doesn't mean let off the gas completely, but it does mean like relax more than you're working in a sense. But you still should be working. So like for me, vacation or not, celebration or not, I have these routines that are embedded in my practices in my life. Again, the religion is health and fitness. Where like when I do the cardio, it actually makes me feel better. I mean, the first 2-3 minutes, it's like, oh fuck, like you're doing it, whatever. You drank last night. But after 5 minutes, then after 10 minutes, then after 15 minutes, even if you're passing 10 minutes, after 15 minutes, I'm like, brand fucking new. Like I sweat out all the alcohol. My metabolism spiked up again. I'm hungry for food. Like it's just like another day again because I'm always doing this shit consistently, like every day, right? So it works best when you do it consistently. Otherwise, if you barely do cardio or if you only care about your body or do the things that will benefit your body after you damage it, in a sense, it's not going to be as fun. It's not going to be as